Can you believe that, just a few weeks ago, I brought in a 3D printer and I said, this is going to be able to recreate anything. This will create skin. This will create organs. It will create guns. It is the technology that will change the world. And here on our own set, it sounded crazy. And I'd say about half of, when I first started talking about this, Pat, you know technology and you know everything that's coming. Didn't it sound crazy? Did it sound crazy to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did.
Everybody. It really sounded crazy to me. The only reason why it wasn't is because I've looked into this now for about 15 years. I've been watching this technology come. And the technology, we're approaching the singularity, the merging of man and machine. And you won't be able to tell, in 10 years, you will not be able to tell the difference, maybe 15, between man and machine. You won't. The front page of I think Drudge today has the first, not $6 million man, the first bionic man, $1 million. Has everything but a stomach and something else. He's the first human. They've transplanted everything. They've made bionic everything that they could. Now he doesn't have artificial intelligence yet, but that's coming. Once he has artificial intelligence, and once you can grow him a stomach and some skin, you'll never be able to tell the difference. And let me give you this bit of news today. Imagine if you could take living cells, load them into a printer, and squirt out a 3D tissue that could develop into a kidney or a heart or a stomach. Scientists are one step closer to that reality now that they have developed the first printer for embryonic human stem cells.
Wow.
No need for stem cell research anymore. You don't need to do that stem cell research with babies.
That's
print them.
Maybe that's a good thing. It's weird.
All of this stuff
and creepy, but it's better than
all of this stuff is good. It's whether or not we are capable of handling it.
Mm-hmm.
Technology is good. All of it is good. But technology is about to surpass us. And when technology surpasses us, we become a plague on society. Especially remember, garbage in, garbage out. Imagine, look at the people who are doing it. There's a plague on society. There's a plague, greed, waste, laziness, destroying the planet. You put that into machines, it will protect the planet first. Really, honestly, the way that we're going as a society, is man more important or is the earth more important? The people who program these machines, if they don't think man is the ultimate life form that needs to be preserved, but earth is, you're doomed. You're doomed. You are creating the Terminator. So they are now capable of printing uniform-sized droplets of cells.
Living cells. I don't even begin to understand how they can do that. And it can be used eventually
to grow whatever.
Yeah, for organs, to grow a heart or a kidney.
You have a heart. You have a heart problem. All we have to do is take some cells from you, and we'll reprint your heart using your cells. So there will be no rejection of that heart. Think of that. No rejection. We can regrow your hand. We can regrow everything. Now, it is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. Are we capable of using this technology and not believing that we are God? And by the way, this bionic man, we'll show you tonight. And one of the things I told you at the beginning of the year, because one of the things that Dream Labs is doing is looking into new technology. Here's a report from Dream Labs Envisioning. And what Dream Labs Envisioning is a report that comes to me that is, what is the latest? What is the thing that we should be looking at that are over the horizon that can change the world? Here's one. It's called Slingshot. This is going to change the world. Slingshot. This comes from Dean Kamen. This is the guy who did the Segway. Okay. Slingshot is a device that can take any liquid from seawater to toxic waste, even your own sewage, and turn it into perfectly distilled drinking water up to 1,000 liters per day. You can literally pour house paint in one side and get clean water clean enough for sterile injections on the other. And it uses the power of a coffee maker. It is 1 to 3 years away from being on the market and being available. Wide adoption of this technology, Dreamlabs Envisioning says, is 5 years away.
Now, see, that would be better than the Segway, which we were told is going to revolutionize society.
Right.
Cities will be built around the Segway. Yeah, we've seen that come to
Malls
fruition.
have been.
Malls have been.
Yeah. Well, no, they've just been. They
use them in the mall.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah.
We are 2 years away from inductive power. Inductive power, wide adoption, 2 years. We already have it. If you put, you don't have to plug things in. This is Tesla stuff. We're 2 years away from wide adoption of inductive power. So you no longer have the energy is all around, and your device will just pick it up.
You don't have to plug something in and charge
plug
it, essentially.
in and charge it.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
We're 2 years away.
Wow.
Tonight we're doing a special at 5:00 on technology, and the new technology. I'm going to show you. I told you that they were that your device. This is what Ray Kurzweil said was coming. That your device will listen to you. So your iPad, your iPhone will listen to all of your conversations, will read your ingoing and outgoing mail, and it will anticipate your needs. It will anticipate your questions. It will get to know you. Well, this seems like it's a great idea, and it is. When we went out to California, I think to Silicon Valley, to look at this new device or new app that is about to be released, and it monitors everything. It listens to you. So let's say you go online and you're having a conversation. Pat and I are having a conversation, and I say, "Hey, Pat, where are you going on vacation this year? Where are you thinking?"
Pocatello, Idaho.
Okay, Pocatello, Idaho. Yeah, we were thinking about going. That's weird because we were thinking about going to Pocatello, Idaho too. Now the computer has heard vacation, Pocatello, Idaho. When is your vacation?
Next week.
Next week. Do you have reservations any place, or what are you
Not
looking
yet,
at?
no.
You don't have anything? Are you looking to stay at a house, or are you going to go?
No, we want to stay at a hotel.
You're going to stay at a hotel. Now what the computer does, and
Hotels
we'll show
in
it to you
Pocatello
tonight.
are incredible.
Right.
Incredible.
Now what it will do is it will show you next week everything that is available in the Pocatello, Idaho area in hotels. And then it will just say, "I've heard that you were thinking about going to Pocatello next week.
And then it shows you options, right?
Here are the options.
Yeah.
Would you like me to book any of these?"
Jeez, that's amazing.
Okay. It is absolutely fantastic and will make your life so simple.
Convenient.
It's really convenient. Now, let's have another conversation. Did you see that what the president is doing? This is crazy what he's doing. I think this is a violation of the Constitution. You've heard president violating the Constitution. By the way, did you go after the shooting? Did you go to the gun store and did you get anything?
Now you've got all that
Now I have.
in
Yes,
conjunction with the president.
I bought a gun.
Mm-hmm.
I think the president is violating the Constitution. Now, if it's in the wrong hands or if it reports to a central bank, now that computer says warning and sends it to Homeland Security. We have a warning here. You want that kind of information happening? Do you want that in your home? Because that is what's coming. Right now, you have to download an app, and it doesn't have the Homeland Security ramifications or anything like that. It's only listening to help you. And I think this is great technology, and I respect the people who have come up with it. But no one is talking about the ethics or the legal parameters of any of this. By the way, number one request for information. What is the site that I think it was last week received the number one request for information on the users? Which site was it?
Google.
Twitter.
Really?
What you say in 144 characters.
Really?
Number one. The government asked for information on Twitter users more than anything else. Number one, Twitter. What you say in 144 characters matters to them. They are looking into you because if you read Twitter, if you actually look at Twitter, I can't believe what some people write. I can't believe because people think, well, I'm invisible. I can say whatever I want. And so they say what they're really thinking, or they say things that are just crazy just to stir it up because they want more followers. Well, go ahead. You keep getting more followers. There's very important followers. Number one request for information on the users, Twitter.
And that's from the government?
Mm-hmm.
And, the interesting thing is, a lot of people will say when we have this discussion, well, I don't care. I'm not doing anything wrong. Yeah, in your mind, you're not. But in someone else's mind, you may be doing something very, very wrong.
We used to think, and, look, we used to think that the Constitution mattered. We used to think that we all think alike. We're all Americans. You have to understand, you are gaining technology here that is creating life. You are at the point of the embryonic stem cell, and it is alive. All men are created equal and endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. What? Who is the creator? If I have created these stem cells, am I the creator, or is he the creator? Who grants rights for these creations? What does life mean? What constitutes life? If I can create artificial intelligence that is much smarter than you, and this artificial intelligence claims that it is life and has all of the earmarks of life, is it life? Is it not life? Do you have the right to unplug it or to destroy it, to kill it? Do you not? Does it have rights? And if you created that artificial intelligent machine or whatever it is, that entity that claims it is life and can make a solid argument without being programmed because it can think on its own now, it is truly artificial intelligence. Is it life? And who is the creator? So can we kill it because we created it? Does that put us into the God spot? Nobody's even asking these questions. There is no one. I've asked all of the big scientific minds, who is the intellectual, ethical leader on this? Who is the one that is leading, blazing the path on ethics? Nobody. We found a guy at Yale we think might be the guy. He might be the guy. Nobody recognizes him as that, but I think he might be the ethical leader. He's on tonight, and he's going to talk about this. And I'll show you this technology that is here. If it's not out now, it will be out in the next few months. But it is just the beginning. Why do you use Google and not Bing? Why do you use Google instead of Yahoo? Because Google is better. It's easier. Why is it easier? Because of Ray Kurzweil. He is recreating the human brain. They are mapping the brain. They are mapping human intelligence. They're mapping the way people think. And it's great. Do you know that they can now say, you know what, there's going to be an outbreak of the flu in this area? How do they know that? Because they monitor and they see, there's a spike in this search. So when people are searching online, they see sniffles, symptoms of the flu. They'll see that search spike, and they'll see it in an area, and they alert the government immediately. This is coming. And they're right. And it's a good thing for that to happen. But what happens if they start to see surge of violation of the Constitution? Surge of where can I buy bullets? Do they have a responsibility to alert the government? Do they alert the government? Does the government then have the right to come in and say, hey, show me everybody who's searching that, show them so they can send somebody to your door? Show me their inside of the house conversations. I need transcripts. I need to know what Siri heard. I need to know what those computers heard. And I don't have a warrant for it. This is the world that we are on the threshold of. I'll show it, a little bit of it to you